Hi, and welcome back to the Homophones channel. I am somewhere different because I am currently dog sitting for a family friend, so this is all gonna be filmed probably in their place. It's the first night I'm here, so I'm making gyoza for myself, and hopefully it doesn't turn out too terrible. I'm hopeful. We'll see. I've got my mix over here. It's just like pork and cabbage, standard classic gyoza affair. And I've got a bunch of wrappers, but they're wonton wrappers because the gyoza ones were all sold out. So yeah, hopefully it won't affect too much. As a backup, I do have something else. I got these Peking duck pastry. They're like significantly larger, but I'll use them if these don't work very well. And then as a last resort, I've got mini wraps. I guess I can just like fry this up as like patties if it all goes wrong, but hopefully it doesn't all go wrong. So yay. I don't know if you can hear her snuffling around, but that's Freya, the dog that I'm sitting. She's so cute. Gives a time lapse, as long as this isn't horrible footage that I get of me failing to make gyoza for like 40 minutes. Welcome to life, the world's most horrible gyoza. I should look up I should look up like a YouTube tutorial or something. Oh, but now my hands are all cornfloury. Fuck it, whatever, we ball. Well, I really should have that recipe. Because I've got a whole plate of gyoza and I will not eat that much tonight. And I have leftover filling. Not much, but like enough. So, I'll be eating gyoza for a while. But I have been meaning to make a video about music and music streaming services and what they are and are not doing for me right now. Because I don't know about you guys, I've been fed up with music streaming services. I've been fed up with streaming services kind of in general, like anything that makes you pay a subscription fee for something. That's an airplane. Going that way. Anything that makes you pay a subscription fee for something, I kind of like now just by principle hate. And the main one that I use most often is Spotify. And up until recently, and we'll talk about that later, but up until recently I have exclusively used Spotify free, not premium. I suffer through the ads because I'm stubborn and I don't want to pay Spotify a dime of my own money, even after getting a job, because I was like, I had been thinking for a while, oh, maybe, just maybe, I could get a Spotify premium subscription now that I've started working more and I have a bit of an income. And then I was having an offhand conversation with Em about it, and Em was like, oh, I think they're increasing their prices again. And I'm like, you're fucking kidding. And I think that kind of flipped a switch in my brain and I was like, it's not worth it. It's just not. So I have been kind of, sort of, over the course of a little while, been thinking in my brain, the two brain cells up there, I've been going, maybe I could do something about music that isn't Spotify. Because I've been using Spotify a lot in the past few months, now that I'm working more and now that I'm driving more places. I've been using Spotify in my car, which is great, until you realize that I have been exclusively using Spotify free, and every 2 songs there's an ad. So, and not just one ad, there's like 2 or 3 30-second long ads. I'm getting fed up, dude. I'm fed up. So I was thinking to myself, maybe I could do a kind of CD situation. I scrounged through some of my dad's old CDs and I found some that I liked. I went to the shopping center, and at one of our big tech stores, they have CDs for sale. I bought Rise and Fall of Midwest Princess, Chapel Run, and Go Farther in Lightness, Gang of Youths. Maybe I'll put them up here. You know what they look like. Because those are albums that I really love. And that I knew that my dad wouldn't have, right? So I bought those 2, and I've been using them in the car. I've been waiting to put the CDs that I've grabbed from my dad in the car, seeing as most of them, the CDs are elsewhere. I can find the covers, but the CDs are elsewhere. Anyway. But yeah, and that worked really well for me for a while, because I'm the kind of person that like picks and chooses songs off an album to put into a playlist, but hearing an album cover to cover is a completely different experience, I think. I've really only had that like when I've listened to albums through completely with M on like Discord voice calls or whoever else, and it is a very fun experience, so I really do enjoy it. And I think I should experience that more with different albums. And that way I get to kind of be selective about what things I want to hear and what things I want to what things I want to listen to. And like, I won't give up Spotify for good. I don't think I can like cold turkey like that. I'll still use Spotify. You know, if I'm going on a walk or something like that. I don't think I'm gonna buy a Walkman, though I did think about an MP3 player. I'll get back to that. Anyway. One of you is gonna be going, hang on a second. And that one of you is M, because M, a couple of weeks ago, last week, so graciously gifted me 3 free months of Spotify Premium, like completely out of nowhere. I think they got it as like a promotional Father's Day-ish thing. Thank you, son, I'm using it. But so the 3 months kind of runs till the end of November, start of September. End of November, start of December. I know my months. And so that I'm using that time to listen to more songs in complete albums, right? More music in complete albums, so I can kind of distinguish what I would buy and what I would listen to all the way through in my car. So I can get them and do just that. So I'm using the like Spotify Premium kind of as like a social experiment. Not a social experiment, just a regular experiment for myself, which I think is fun. So thank you, M, for letting me do experiments on myself. I had also considered procuring finding in my home somewhere an MP3 player for when I want to go on a walk or when I'm taking the bus or something like that. So I'm not like totally reliant on Spotify. I can pick and choose kind of thing. And I had this MP3 player in mind that I know we have in my house somewhere. And it took me a while, but I did find it. And unfortunately, it does not power on, but it has a USB attachment. So I was able to get everything that was on it off it, which is helpful because I remembered eons and eons and eons ago when I was like baby Felix, I used to love the sound of my own voice. I was a little fucking gremlin, and I would make voice memos and I would take videos of myself whenever and wherever I could. You know, we have several digital cameras filled to the brim with like me from ages 3 through 7, 8, pointing the camera at myself and singing a stupid little song that I made up or narrating my day or whatever. And because I found that MP3 player, it had a little microphone attachment, so I've got about 20 voice memos of myself from about 2008 when I was 4 or 5. And let me tell you, those are they're golden. I need to I was telling Holden about this as well because I've been kind of updating him on the saga of like getting rid of Spotify out of my life. The long process it will be, but whatever. And I was telling him, look, I found this MP3 player. It doesn't turn on anymore, but I think all Australian children around that age sound like Bluey. I sounded so much like Bluey as a child. I need to here is Bluey footage with my voice superimposed over the top.
Hi, dudes up there over in Alaska. Something. Yeah, there's something I want to say. Okay, this is actually recording me. I have my, my earphones in, and I'm all set to go. What should I do? What do you think? These emergency chippies are great. Thank you. I'm gonna stop at exactly a minute.
This is probably gonna be the second completely copyrighted homophones video because I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. But if I am, that's fun. If I'm not, then you just saw it was completely blank with just my voice. I was a freaky deaky little kid, hey. Anyway, I'll keep you all updated on the Spotify situation, especially come December, because there will be another holidays. Well, technically I'll be only having one job in December, or around then, whenever school finishes for the year. So we'll have a lot more time, and then a lot of that time will be taken up finding more work, but some of that time will be dedicated to telling you about how the CD collection is going. I'm really glad that the Spotify premium ends start of December, because then I can get myself CDs for Christmas. I think this is going to be a shorter one maybe. I've been blabbing though, so who knows.